Phoenix Books presents Tales of the Unexpected, written by Saki. This performance by Derek Jacobi is copyright 2015 Phoenix Books. It has been digitally remastered from the original 1990 Dove Audio sound recording.
The sex that doesn't shop. The opening of a large new centre for West End shopping, particularly feminine shopping, suggests the reflection, do women ever really shop? Of course, it is a well-attested fact that they go forth shopping as assiduously as a bee goes flower visiting. But do they shop in the practical sense of the word? Granted the money, time, and energy, a resolute course of shopping transactions would naturally result in having one's ordinary domestic needs unfailingly supplied. Whereas it is notorious that women servants, and housewives of all classes, make it almost a point of honour not to be supplied with everyday necessities. We shall be out of starch by Thursday, they say, with fatalistic foreboding, and by Thursday they are out of starch. They have predicted it almost to a minute, the moment when their supply would give out, and if Thursday happens to be early closing day, their triumph is complete. A shop where starch is stored for retail purposes possibly stands at their very door, but the feminine mind has rejected such an obvious source for replenishing a dwindling stock. We don't deal there. Places it at once beyond the pale of human resort. And it is noteworthy that just as a sheep-worrying dog seldom molests the flocks in its near neighbourhood, so a woman rarely deals with shops in her immediate vicinity. The more remote the source of supply, the more fixed seems to be the resolve to run short of the commodity. The Ark had probably not quitted its moorings 5 minutes before some feminine voice gloatingly recorded a shortage of bird seed. A few days ago, 2 lady acquaintances of mine were confessing to some mental uneasiness because a friend had called just before lunchtime, and they had been unable to ask her to stop and share their meal, as, with a touch of legitimate pride, there was nothing in the house. I pointed out that they lived in a street that bristled with provision shops, and that it would have been easy to mobilize a very passable luncheon in less than 5 minutes. That, they said, with quiet dignity, would not have occurred to us. And I felt that I had suggested something bordering on the indecent. But it is in catering for her literary wants that a woman's shopping capacity breaks down most completely. If you have perchance produced a book which has met with some little measure of success, you are certain to get a letter from some lady whom you scarcely know to bow to, asking how it can be got. She knows the name of the book, its author, and who published it, but how to get into actual contact with it is still an unsolved problem to her. You write back, pointing...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?